Trying something new today. I think I found my perfect lightweight solo RPG system. I haven't actually played a game of Karath. I've read the rulebook front to back, I don't know, 2 or 3 times now. Have all the supplements, printed everything off. But today we're just going to look at the base A5, little zine by itself. Talk about some of the stuff I got with me. This is the first time I've tried doing a video like this. I think it's going to be a pretty cool idea. Here we go, right into it. So first, Karath, that's the rule set. Running with that straight as. I'm definitely going to be homebrewing and tweaking this and adding other stuff into it as we go. But we're just going to take a look at the base Karath because I'm pretty sure it's exactly what I've been looking for. Second, this is a Clyde Nemesine notebook. These, I don't think I have a price tag on it still. These are like pretty cheap. By cheap, I think they're like less than $5, definitely less than $10. But they can take watercolors, they can take fountain pens, they can take what you throw at them. The paper is very thin. If you're a stationary person, it's almost like Tomoe River paper. I think it maybe is Tomoe River or was, but it's not anymore. I don't know, but like I said, it can take fountain pens, it can take ink, and it can take watercolor as long as I'm not crazy with it and like dumping it out, which is what I want this to take, what I want it to do. It has a very faint square grid on it. The grid is very small, so I would say it's like 4 boxes make up a normal like 1 box on normal graph paper. It's A5. It's the same size as the Karath rulebook, which you can see. The Karath rule or character sheet I can clip right inside. These are just brass clips. They don't add any thickness to the book. I like those a lot. So this is the notebook. It was important for me to get a notebook that I could use fountain pens, I could use watercolors in, but wasn't super expensive, that I was afraid to use it because that happens to me a lot. I wanted one that I could do whatever I wanted to. I could make, quote, bad art in. I know there's no such thing as bad art, but sometimes art doesn't work out and it makes you feel bad, but I don't have to feel bad with this. My whole goal with this system is to remove the feel bads. There's not going to be any miniatures. There's not going to be big, crazy terrain setups because I've been wanting to solo roleplay for a long time. And I have a dream for what that solo role-playing could be one day. And it involves scenery, and it involves scenes, it involves big table setups, it involves miniatures. And someday I'll be there. Someday that'll happen. But I've realized that it's really holding me back from just sitting down, rolling some dice, making some cool drawings, making some cool art in a different way from the emergent gameplay. And I don't know, maybe I'll just take session notes and then go back and draw the cool stuff that I want to draw. And I'll use what happens in the sessions to inspire my art. Like my goal is to play through the solo session with no miniatures and then use that to inspire me to maybe go sculpt or kit bash or do some custom stuff like that. So that's the whole point of this, is to remove the barriers and just sit down and even if I have 15, 20 minutes, get a creative session in. And then on those days where I have maybe like an hour or two, which who knows when that'll ever happen, I can go more in depth, or maybe I can sit down and actually make some art. And this book will become a big, massive place of inspiration to go back to. So if you're still here, if that sounds cool to you, I'm going to show you what's in this cool wooden box. After I adjust my microphone. Okay, so this box is from Delvewood, which was just some random guy on Etsy. I like the box though. I have no idea. I think this is walnut wood, but it has magnets. It's very cool. It's like CNC machined. It comes with a pad on this side, so it keeps all your stuff in there. And then this is felt. I don't really care for this felt. The felt's not that cool. You can tell, like, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but the felt is definitely the cheap part. So what do I have in here? I have my new Lord of the Rings, the original Cubicle 7 Lord of the Rings IPG dice. Probably my favorite dice set of all time. I think Karath only uses D6s. So I've got the D6s in here. My current favorite D6s. I had the D12. Karath uses a yes-no system, but it is, I guess, a graded. You know, so like a 1 is like a no and then a 2 is a no, and then a 3 is a no but, and then a 4 is a yes but, 5 is a yes, and then a 6 is a yes and. But these dice are cool because they do have the binary yes no on them. So if I roll them, like those would both be yeses, I noticed from a quick glance, and then the ones that are outlined is like a no. And that's how the Lord of the Rings system works. And then this also has, I believe this is a 12-sided die. I don't think I'll use this in Karath, but it goes up to 10. And then the 11 and the 12 are the Eye of Sauron and Gandalf symbol that is totally escaping me right now, but it has a 1 on it. But it's interesting. It's not 1 and 12 that are bad. It's 11 and 12 that are not bad, but the 11 and 12 are what have symbols. I have the Troll Molar Yes No. I just kept this in here. I don't think I'll be using this because, like I said, there's degrees to it. And then I have a direction die. Again, Troll Molars from Runehammer. Always good to have a direction die. And I'm sure as I actually play and see what's going on, I will add more dice to this thing. Fountain point pen or a fountain pen. This won't be like the exclusive fountain pen I use. This is a Kuiko brass that I used to carry in my pocket every day for a couple of years. So it's got a cool patina on it. I do have the upgraded. It comes with a steel nib. This is the gold plated nib, and there's an ink converter, just the official Kuiko ink converter. So it's kind of pimped out. Pimp my fountain pen. This is like as nice as I could get it and have it fit in here. But again, this was so I could like, maybe I'm playing upstairs or at the kitchen table, or I had the full setup in a very small package. But I'll probably use my other pens that I like a little bit more than this one. And then also, I have these guys. There isn't miniatures in Karath, but there's definitely combat situations. So I can use these guys to, like, if I'm playing out a scene, you know, I can sketch out a quick scene on here. And like if there's 2 goblins there, maybe there's a goblin there. And what I was actually kind of envisioning with this die is like maybe I have 6 hit points, and I'm looking at these 2, and this guy's behind me. So again, we're gonna see what happens when I start playing it. But that's why I've picked these. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple system. I'm sure as I get into it, I'll add more to this. And then this is a watercolor brush pen. The water's stored in here, so you just give it a little squeeze, and then you get water on here. This is one of my favorite mechanical pencils, Graph Gear 500. This isn't a 0.7. I also have a 0.5 that I'll probably put in here. But again, try to keep it. It's like not super expensive. This is like the cheapest of the drafting pencils that are so nice. Like it's not like a plastic body, it's metal body. It feels very good in the hand. And this thing is really cool. And I totally forgot the original maker of these. There's a ton of clones of them now, but it's a watercolor palette. You get your own watercolor paste that's in a tube, and then you dump it in here. Mine are like getting pretty empty. I just have a basic color palette, and I'll probably actually change this when I really get going because I want to switch it to a Zorn palette. And this is pretty close to Zorn palette. And then this is a well where you can mix colors. So with that brush and this, and also I need to put the clip in so you can clip it to the page. Just a little miniature, I think this is teak wood watercolor palette they got magnets on it. It's very awesome. And this space here so you can clip it to your actual sketchbook. Very cool. So that's my setup. That's my supplies. I intentionally wanted to keep it lightweight. So let's jump in, make our character, and get a session in and see what that looks like. Okay, and one more thing that was important is the actual footprint. So I got a tape measure from end to end. This only takes up, it's 20 inches, 21 inches actually wide. And then it's whatever, an A5, you know, we'll say a foot just to give you a little bit of room. So it has a very small footprint. And I can even, if I want to pop my character sheet out of here, and that's why the spiral B is a good thing. I can flip this over. If I put this in my hand, boom, boom. If I actually start painting, I don't even need a cup of water because I'll just use this brush pen. And then if I get, you know, like we're here, boom. When I start actually like painting, you know, like I'll set this on top of the dice tray. This can be here. I'll use this, and then to clean the brush out, I just rub it on my shorts, man. If you're somebody who values your shorts for more than painting instruments, you can just get a wristband or something like a cloth or a sock, and you just do this on it, and it cleans the brush out for you. Very cool, very lightweight system. It's meant to be like field sketching, field drawing. So very lightweight footprint, which was very important. If you go this route, I'm fitting it on top of this cutting mat. 17 inches if you need. Actually, yeah, 17 and a half, 16 and a half. I don't know. You can probably say it better than I can. Very lightweight footprint. There's no barriers to just sitting down and doing this, which was the most important part to me because I keep coming up with excuses about how I'm not ready, how I can't sit down and do this. And I just want to sit down. I want to play some games and do some writing and some drawing. And this can really serve as a source of information or a source of inspiration when I want to do other cool artwork, but I am just totally blank. When I want to play games, but I have no games lined up, no space, no time. Plop, plop, plop. I have 3 things that I can keep in a stack or in a little pack. and I can sit down and I can probably do a couple hexes at a time, you know? So let me stop.